Hey everybody, Fishman here. Welcome to another video. This is fishing log number 88, and I was reminded by Alpaca Mate on Friday's video that I forgot to include this. This is kind of a cool thing that happens when you unplug the diatom filter and you go to clean it. All that accumulated material just flakes and falls off, and it's nice looking. So I thought I'd put it in here for you, so I hope you liked it. This is the pond, and as you can see, it is getting an awful lot of plants in here now. I put a fair amount of the red Luigi in here into pots. This needs to be spread out. I mean, I want to have room for the guppies, and I have now not quite tripled the number of guppies in here, and it doesn't even look it because you see so many plants. I mean, it's nice looking, but I do want more space for the fish, so I'm going to need to spread this out. But I want to wait until, of course, that they have, adjusted from being transplanted and cut and all that sort of stuff. So we'll have to give them probably another week. Now, I want to show a clip of this. This is obviously just Java moss, but I had put the pair of zebra danios in here, and they were in here for 3 days. And I was hoping by this vlog that I would have some fry moving around, so I put the camera on it here, and I looked in, and it's not quite ready yet. They haven't hatched. I have moved them over to the tank like next door, and they're in there now as well, and hopefully they will lay more eggs in here. So you can see there's the 2 fish there, and again there's another great whack of Java moss in here, and I'm going to leave them here for a few days, and then I'm going to pull them out and we'll see how many eggs they lay, and hopefully I'll get some fry, and we'll have that for you for next vlog. This is my tank attempt at growing the Daphne Culture. And you can see I put a little bit of sponge around the output for the filter. I just want to reduce the amount of turbulence. I'm getting a really nice algal bloom, and I'm hoping that this is going to feed the Daphnia that's in here. And hopefully by next week or the week after, I will have a much more productive culture of Daphnia. The jars are doing really well, but I'm having a little bit of trouble getting this one started. We'll have to see how it goes. This is the tank I used, or well, I was using for breeding bettas, and then I was hoping to have fry here as well to show you. This is the garden rye subculture from the other tank, and they're very happy in here. I was hoping to spot a couple little fry running around, which should be about now, but not yet. And this is just to show you that I had subdivided this Vallisneria, and it is doing perfectly fine, so is the other one. And I'm already thinking I should have cut this down even more, but anyway, I'll let it recover, let it grow for a little bit, and once I start seeing a lot of runners, I will subdivide that one more time. I wanted to show you this because remember I had put the extra lid on, and I was hoping that the Java Fern would start growing above the water, and as you can see, it has just started to do so, and it's a nice healthy leaf, and it's staying green, which is nice. So hopefully the top part of this will get covered in plants as well, just like the high humidity planters, and this will, again, just be even a better filter. Now, this plant's doing well. This is the Pennywort variety. I think it's Americana because I checked out with someone else there and we looked through some clips and snaps online, and it's definitely not Brazilian, but anyway, it's doing well. But I think it's time to reduce the amount of light in here for the Java Fern. I increased the humidity, and I'm not getting the growth I want out of it, so I'll cut back on the light. These little guys are supposed to go out last week, but it's been really cold, and hopefully this week they'll go because I am starting to breed their parents, and I want the tank space. These are the culls from my mutt guppies. These are all going to go out as well. That is if the temperatures will cooperate, and then I'll have these 2 tanks available for other projects, which I'm very happy about because I have a lot of things I want to do. I want to show you this filter again because you can see now it is accumulating a fair amount of mulm. I'm very happy about this. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised. It is perfectly fine. There's no difference really between this and my regular build for these types of filters, other than I'm using egg crate instead of drilled acrylic, and of course it has a square lift tube. Again, it should not be a big deal, and it isn't, so I just wanted to show you that. And this centerpiece, I'm very happy with. It is growing very well now. It's definitely taking off, sending lots of roots down, and as you can see, many more leaves are going up. Now I wanted to show you this because, well, for a couple of reasons. First off, I need to finish these 3 panels so I can add it to the other one I had already and get that section of the U-shaped palliatorium all done. And I want to be able to show you guys that, so these had to be finished. And the other thing is I want to talk a little bit about this process. Someone mentioned using, instead of using epoxy, using resin. And I've never tried resin with acrylic. If any of you have had an experience using resin with acrylic and how it bonds to it, definitely leave a comment below and let me know how it goes. The problem I find with buying resin, usually you have to buy a lot more of it. And, well, that's not necessarily a problem if it works. But I don't really have much of a use for it otherwise, so definitely let me know below, and I'll look into it depending upon what kind of response I get from that. Now, one other thing I want to do differently this time, I mean, keep in mind that this is a bit of an experiment, not so much for how well it's going to hold anymore, because I'm quite happy with that, but more along the lines of how long it's going to hold. So I want to do one thing a little bit different, and that is the little post that I am going to use to hold the driftwood in place. I'm going to put a little bit of epoxy around it. There you go, just there. Again, just to see if this is going to change its longevity over, well, hopefully a few years. But we'll have to wait and see, obviously. It's some long-term thing. The other neat thing I like about using the epoxy is I was kind of concerned when I first started doing this of how much I was going to use. I mean, this has to be something that's not going to be very expensive. And so far it's actually pretty good. You can see in the bottles there at the upper left hand of the screen. I haven't gone through that much of it. And I am doing like 4 panels here. So if I end up with a project that is going to require a lot more, there you go. That's the other thing that happened. These posts are not that durable. In this particular case, I managed to snap one off. Not a big deal, because once the epoxy sets, I can remove all the extra rocks, and then just, if if it's loose or whatever, I can just re-weld that acrylic rod back onto its base. But I just wanted to show you that. So there you go. That's the first one done. I'm not going to show you the next 2 because it's all the same, but I will show you the end result. So, I mean, I'm really happy with this. The one thing I didn't do, and I might do, I may not show you, but what I want to do is, you can see here a couple of bald spots. Now, all I should have to do to clear that up is to put a little bit of epoxy in the gaps and then put a bit of gravel on it. I might do that. I'm not sure. The thing is, it's just a test, right, for covering up gaps. In this particular case, these are all going to be in the back near the filter, and they're not really going to get to see them, and they're going to get covered in plants. So it's not necessary for this job, but I might try it out. And the last clip today is this. This is actually coming along quite nicely. I have added a few more trays, as you can see, and next week, hopefully, I will start adding a bunch of stuff into here. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with the top part yet, but hopefully that will resolve itself as well. So definitely thank you for watching. Let me know what you think about all the stuff I've covered today. And again, if someone has used resin, oh, by the way, new plywood. A lot of voids in it, I've noticed. I can easily fill that with a bit of wood filler. I haven't bothered here, but I may not even bother altogether. It will hold together as is, so... And these are simply for storage and in my shop, so appearance is not that important. Anyway, thank you again for watching. Let me know in the comments below what you think. I will see you in the next video, and bye for now.